Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to this reading. We are taking a look at your next breakthrough. I love to do these readings with whatever upcoming full moon is happening in the month that I'm recording them. And I like to allow that this breakthrough for you all is going to happen on, near, or around that upcoming full moon. So it's a bit of a full moon themed reading. This one. But okay, welcome to Do You Tarot. My name is Erica. I do pick a card readings on here. What I just did is I shuffled. I have 3 cards. I'm going to be tuning into 3 different groups. If you don't know how these work, all I'm going to need from you all is to feel your way into which of the 3 cards you're most drawn to. Once you know that, head to the timestamp and we'll be talking about helpful messages from your guides all about a breakthrough that is happening for you. Group number 1. We have Inner Truth, and just in case, we also have the number 7, just in case you are drawn to it. And that matters, and that's significant. Group number 2, Nourishment While Waiting, and we have the number 5. And group number 3, Nourish the Shadow, with number 33. Nourish twice. Just interesting. Okay, that's it. Feel your way, trust your inner knowing, trust the draw and the vibe. Head to the timestamp, fast forward. I will see you there in your messages. Hi, beautiful humans. In group 1, you all were drawn to this owl and the Inner Truth card. These are your messages about your breakthrough, your full moon reading. Your Inner Truth card and the fact that it's an owl, I know that your breakthrough is related to someone seeing you for who you are. And the number 7, I'm hearing from your guides, this might happen like 7 days prior to or 7 days after the actual full moon or something like that. Maybe literally 7 days from now it will occur. I'm not usually a reader who tunes into time frames like that on the calendar that much, so that's pretty significant that it's coming through. But I'm gonna get some tarot and we'll see some more details about that. That's interesting. I just really expended all of my breath, which is weird. It's like I lost my cadence in breathing and talking. With the Inner Truth and this breakthrough about somebody is really going to be seeing you for who you are, I feel like you're used to maybe being in that territory or in that zone of needing to explain yourself or reprioritize other people. And then it's like a whole, I'm hearing hullabaloo to actually prioritize you in any given situation. Yeah, that's why I lost my breath, as in there's something very fatigued about that in your energy field, very fatigued about you needing to do that. You genuinely, I really feel need somebody. You need somebody in some particular area of your life where you're constantly just can somebody understand? And you're just constantly trying to have somebody understand. In that territory, this is really important. But okay, let's take a look at your tarot. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. I feel as if this is, you're doing your part. And wherever of your life we're talking about, you've been taking initiative. You've been very creative. You've been striving for, okay, if people aren't understanding me, what's the issue? Is it me? Let me try this. Let me try that. Let me innovate, Okay, let's see. We've got 6 of Cups with Sun in Scorpio. Interesting, for some reason I needed to say that. And then we have the 9 of Swords, and I do feel like this is a very intimate, partnered area. I feel like we might be dealing with, for quite a lot of you, your ex-partner or your former husband or wife or spouse or something like that. Obviously, we might also be talking about the territory of your home, literally if you guys are from somewhere that you would call a village, or your heritage, your family line is village oriented. I feel like we're talking about something about how that matters to you right now in your world right now. And the 9 of Swords is just it's just this agony. I'm just feeling that nobody is getting it. Nobody is understanding. It's just gaslit, but what is that? Stonewalled. Shit, I almost have never channeled that term. you've been stonewalled a whole lot. Like, people haven't understood you, where you're coming from, your background, your heritage, your lineage, your ancestry, how it's playing itself out, you know, like family karma, something like that. They just like haven't gotten it. I'm getting a lot of vibes in this. I'm getting a lot of, like, you know, the vibes of our modern era of trying to right the wrongs of the past, when, you know, whole cultures, like, I'm an American, I'm a white American, so I mean, like, native, indigenous populations and how stonewalled and gaslit they were about their own culture, you know. There's a lot of history about that. Let's see a little bit more. I feel like that's the genuine territory that we're dealing with. There's something about, like, your inner workings and your very innate nature that, like, has to come through, or it isn't, like, people are just, like, not embracing it. I don't know. Now I'm thinking of like a black woman straightening her hair and going to great lengths to make that happen, rather than having the natural. Okay, we have the Two of Swords with Moon in Libra. I feel like somebody's going to take the pause and be aware. Somebody in your situation is going to pay attention to you, because there's just this innate nature, this tenderness with Libra energy that literally kind of has to occur in your situation. I don't know why I'm saying that. It can't go on any further. This Nine of Swords is Mars and Gemini. You're trying to get along. You're trying to compromise. You're trying to be with a partner or somebody or something like that, and they're just not allowing you to fully be in the picture. They're not embracing all of who you are. So I find it interesting that Six of Cups is the Sun in Scorpio. It's like bringing the light all the way to the deepest depths of our territory inside of us, especially how we feel emotionally. Something about your whole family not being involved or included, and they need to be. Let's see a bit more. We have the Eight of Swords, more Gemini energy. And then we also have the Eight of Wands. Dude, this just, that just feels really, really nice to have these two cards. I'm tarot nerdy now. Sorry for all of you who don't fully know tarot. I'll explain. I just had to take a pause because I was like, look at that. Yeah, the Eight of Swords followed by the Eight of Wands feels really damn good, because the Eight of Swords is that kind of conflicting energy where you all are stonewalled, you are abused, you are gaslit, you are told that you cannot be, you cannot fully be there, you can't fully exist. And it is interesting that in this card there's the one crow, and in symbology, sometimes depending on what you look up and where you find it, one crow can mean an omen of bad luck. And then the Eight of Wands, the two blue birds of happiness, and the Eight of Wands literally is symbolic of liberation energy. Wherever that has been in your world and in your life, your breakthrough is somebody, I really feel like it's a Two of Swords person who's literally just, I feel like you've got some kind of stonewalling energy surrounding you that's just not letting the truth take hold or be brought to light or something like that. And again, that Ace of Wands in the bottom of the deck, you are doing what you can. You're trying to find out, like, you just need something to occur. You need the whole picture to be included, and it's just not. And you know, you're like, somebody very aware, very acutely aware, and very aligned with this harmony of Libra and justice, and it's Moon in Libra. So it's like, I'm gonna sense this. I'm gonna sense what is fair. And right here, we've got you locked up. We've got territories inside of you and outside of you that are just not being allowed, very much in Eight of Swords energy. This breakthrough is something is going to occur to completely liberate, I want to say, almost all of the qualities about you. Okay, your last card of the tarot is the King of Pentacles. I kind of want to get some more cards and see a bit more about this before I go on to talk about what the King of Pentacles might be. I want more cards to kind of define it for us, but I feel like you're stepping into some kind of brighter light territory where your voice can go further. Like, you can see farther in the distance, I want to say, after this breakthrough occurs, almost because look at that. That's so cool. Your first card of these extra cards that I'm getting is illumination. As I am literally saying, you can see further in the distance. Owl as a totem for vision and sight and hearing. With this Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles and the colors on it and all this kind of stuff of like joy and forgiveness and prominence and abundance and love, something is going to happen to train other people surrounding you to be more inclusive of you in some kind of vibrant way that illuminates the whole totality of you. Therefore, you're going to be in better positions to be able to make some kinds of plans, to be able to be at the table, you know, have a seat at the table. That's what I feel like the King of Pentacles is speaking about. Your second of these cards is rest, and I feel like that's kind of how appropriate is that for the symbolism on the Nine of Swords? It's usually on Tarot Nine of Swords, like traditional Rider-Waite. And it's right here on this deck. Have you guys been losing sleep over this? Is it something that's that chronic of an issue that's stressing you out to where you're trying, and it's just this kind of chokehold. And I also heard the words tenacious curse. And I thought it flashed into my head this visual of a card from, I think it's the Sacred Shaman Oracle deck. And it shows a person's face and the word is curse. And it has like a black handprint over the mouth. There's something about this Two of Swords. I kind of want to highlight it. Somebody is going to take the pause. Somebody is going to use their senses. Somebody maybe in a higher, I'm hearing in an organized field, in an organized kind of a way. They're going to kind of do the math on your situation. They're going to kind of take it up as a subject of awareness to contemplate and to realize and to pay attention to. Oh, this is so interesting. Your next card is Condor, and it says you're too enmeshed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. I feel like this card is coming out as a bit of encouragement for you all right now, Group 1, in the current moment, like literally right now. Again, that's 7, about 7 days or something like that. 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 years, I never know. But like, I don't want to tell you guys 7 years when it's this stressful and you're losing sleep. Regardless, I just really felt strongly about that 7 days thing. You, as a person trying to do your, like, Eight of Swords can also be an indication that we, like, I don't know, it's that kind of vibration sometimes of if no one is going to help you, figure out how you can help yourself. It's a big pressure to ninja your way out of these kinds of situations, especially if, you know, it's mental to do your checks of awareness to make sure, like, okay, is this just in my head? Am I crazy? Or is this something real, you know? Do your due diligence about, you know, am I really, you know, being stonewalled or gaslit? Shit, gaslighting, that is hard to see our way through. That is partly why I picked up a tarot deck in the very first day. Yeah, is to see things clearly. Yeah, but again, the Condor feels like it's coming out right now. Group 1, to just let you know that this Two of Swords, and again, I kind of want to lift it up, even though it's reading my perfect lines that I'm really anal about. This Two of Swords, I think that this is going to happen from somewhere outside of you. Maybe somebody who you've already made contact with, who you've already touched on. Maybe some kind of system approach. Maybe it's legitimately something that's systemically out of your hands. At this point, I'm thinking like the mechanisms of machinery and codes, like literally something like AI is going to figure this out for you, and it's going to like output something that's going to resolve your situation and show like very logistically, very logically, very highlight the numbers of your situation for you, to where all these 8 swords are going to come falling down and you're going to be liberated, and the 8 of Wands heading straight into the King of Pentacles. We have Boar, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. I know that you all are already doing that. There's something about this breakthrough that is encouraging you to do that even further, to go ahead even more by liberating you from this, I keep calling it stonewall, but whatever it has been, that has been like, you know, you being fully understood, that Here we go, 2 more cards. That is what is like fading. That is what you are being, that is your breakthrough. Something is happening to break you through to be able to sit in this King of Pentacles kind of grand vision, grand design, grand material world support kind of structure, kind of energy, to be able to have even more power to do the boar kind of energy. So first and foremost, with these 2 cards and how contradictory they might seem, the Condor is asking you to sit back. This breakthrough is happening without your vibe, without your need, without your encouragement to have to force it to happen. Something outside of you is going to make it happen. Then after it does happen and all the dust settles, you know, the flies shoo away. I don't know why I said that. What does that have to do with anything? I'm like having a conversation with your guides right now. Like, why did you have me say that about flies? Boar, then take the action. Again, I wanted to get more about this King of Pentacles from the next cards. But yeah, it's like once you know that you're in a better, more high vibe kind of material world kind of position, better health also. But okay. We have the butterfly with evolution, genuinely the evolution of your entire situation for sure, simply because this breakthrough has so much to do with allowing for the whole entire picture to be included. And then we also have the dog with loyalty. Again, she's pregnant and this is very familial. 6 of Cups, there's something to do with family. There's something to do with setting that up right and setting it up well. Really kind of harnessing that energy of caregiving and caretaking and what it looks like for you all moving forward in your current situation. I feel like you need a lot of people involved in whatever it is that you've got going on in that territory. And this is this 2 of Swords kind of person or energy or mechanism or structure that's going to help you be able to be loyal to something that is so familiar, so intimate, so your inner world, inner truth, so part of who you are. And we also have, what did I just do? Courageous again? Wow, that's cool, because Boar highlighted courage. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage and you will emerge victorious. I know you're already doing that. May each breaking wave build your courage. This illumination, this breakthrough, I love that it said breaking wave. This breakthrough is meant to literally encourage you, like embed you with more courage so you can take on even more and you can take care of whatever this issue is, your problems. I do think it's interesting that it said breaking wave because 6 of Cups, like I was saying, Scorpio, it's a very watery energy. And then the 2 of Swords is Libra, which is mind and balance and things like that, but it's the moon in Libra. So it's like this breakthrough energy, which we tend to think of, like whenever I think about breakthrough, I think of like the Ace of Swords or a light bulb moment or like ching, like, you know, something like the skies are clear. But this is very much like the breakthrough in the form of emotional, like let's wash this stuff away. Let the flies be clear. I don't know what that was. If any of you all are in Australia, that might track. Bush flies. Sometimes the only way to clear them is to literally go in the water. Okay, beauty. Dang. May you perceive nature's artistry afresh. Gosh, after a really good night's sleep, after knowing that somebody else or something else, 2 of Swords, is handling this with you, about you, for you, after all of this, there's something about building yourselves up from this 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords energy and territory all the way up to this King of Pentacles, vibrant health. And again, there's that vibe of there's something about you that people have been honing in on is wrong or incorrect. Territory that needs to be excluded or divided or something like that. Right now, again, those examples that I thought of straightening hair from its natural like curl or crimp. And then also when Native Americans were like taken and put into schools, then their hair would be cut. I don't know, those are 2 examples where like the beauty of who they were in their familial ways, people, was like defined as not acceptable. A good night's rest, receiving some kind of balance, soothing of self will reinvigorate your beauty being there, rather than you thinking that you need to for some reason exclude it. Your last card for your breakthrough is the Pepper Dragon with Versatile, and its 3 heads are better than 1. So I'm gonna allow that your breakthrough that's represented by this inner truth and this owl and the number 7 energy, very much this 2 of Swords, I'm gonna allow at this point that it's not just one system, one person. I know this is coming in late in your reading. It might be 3 days, not 7, no. It might not be just like one kind of thing, but it might be a group, it might be a collaboration, it might be a vibe of energy that is like a collective. You might have 2 people working on this situation with you, not just the one, but also your whole breakthrough is surrounded in this kind of concept of you're going to be fully understood, like who you are, seen for who you are. Those were the first words that were channeled. That's monumental. That's pivotal. That really matters. So like if we had a visual that was really about like now you are included, whether you're a red head or green head or orange head, like the heads of this dragon, we're all here together. We're all connected in this. We're all facing one direction, kind of body-wise, we're facing forward, going to the future. I like how this butterfly is somewhat facing the past, and it's like an evolution of the history of whatever this kind of situation is, an illumination of you, and facing the future with a whole lot more inclusion of whatever that territory has been that we're talking about here. But okay, that's what I have for you all, group 1. How do you feel? I feel very grateful. I feel extraordinarily grateful that something like this is occurring and I get to channel it for you all. I'm excited for your very good sleep and for your whole family to sleep well as well, if that tracks. But okay, if you guys like this reading, if it has sincerely helped, you know to do the YouTube things of like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments. Also, I have a new book that I came out with. If you guys are into tarot, it's called The Little Book of Tarot Spreads. It has over 100 spreads that I channeled most of them in. If you guys want to check it out, head to the link. It's an ebook for right now. I'm working on the print version. And then otherwise, if you guys are a reader of any kind of intuitive or divinatory tool, and you want to hang out and read with other readers, I do that on the last Saturday of every month. Super informal, very safe space, mega profound, make some friends. Head to the link to find out more. I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Beautiful humans, group 2, you guys were drawn to this Nourishment Wow waiting card, the number 5. So these are your messages about a breakthrough that's happening for you. I like to allow that. I do these readings on the full moon, like I said in the intro. So I like to allow that we're talking about that time frame, like something is going to occur on, near, or around the full moon. But regardless, with your card, I'm immediately intuiting that we're dealing with some area of your life where you literally were in some kind of a situation where in order to come into an alignment with some objective, some person, some territory in your life that you really loved, you had to set it down or you had to put it aside for a period of time, or that's just the way life, brought you and that together and then brought you guys apart. We're dealing with that. So basically some examples that I was thinking of is somebody who you were really in love with, but the timing of certain things in each other's lives just made it so that you guys in that moment in time couldn't be together. So I'm getting the vibes with this card of you guys, like at least you, group 2, had to be like, well, I guess I have to like let go and date other people or something like that. Also, I'm getting the energy of some kind of a vibe of you guys were really progressing on some long-term project or objective, dream, goal, pattern of behavior, something like that, some kind of creative pursuit. And then it was just like, the funds or timing or energy or something like that ran out or ran low. And then you're just like, damn it, okay, well, I'm gonna put this to the side, like all the way to the side, and I'm gonna, you know, do the 9 to 5 or do the usual grind for a while so I can replenish my reserves. Okay, that's what we're talking about. I'm gonna get some tarot cards because literally we're doing a breakthrough in that territory. And on your card, there's this little hamster. It's so cute. And the heart, and then there's some kind of a bird. I could look in the guidebook, but God, I don't want to. I don't know why. It's just like lazy tarot reader here. It's like the last thing I want to have to do. Yeah, it's almost as if you all had to assume some kind of artificial form for a period of time. Look at that. What's on the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like what happened in the past, again, we're dealing with some kind of breakthrough. What happened in the past was just like being open, being a little bit free during a learning process or a learning curve, and you were really enjoying it, I feel like. Wow. Right as I say that, I look a little bit further and there's a Three of Cups and the Emperor. You're really, really liking this, whatever it was. But okay, let's see here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. I'm automatically feeling something inside my heart that's a little kind of a vibe of like, oh wow, here we are. I've met that goal. I've met that standard of living or of life where I knew that I needed to get to this point before more could happen, before more could occur. Hold on. I just thought of like examples for the examples that we brought up. Like one thing is like, you know, I don't know if there are reasons, logistical reasons to not be with that person. The breakthrough that's going to happen is something financial. Definitely feeling like something financial. Also, it's just going to be this realization inside your bank account probably where you're like, oh, I have enough to kind of, you know, force logistics to work in our favor and to make this happen. This tracks very much for, you know, I keep going back in time to when like a man went off to earn his fortune so he could, you know, pay for the woman he loves to, you know, buy her, aka marry her. I don't know why. I'm struggling to find a modern era romantic interpretation of that beyond just like, you know, long distance, you know. Now there's something about with this Nine of Pentacles and the High Priestess, there's something with this breakthrough of like, you wanted to be with this person. There's going to be some kind of like literal perfect job opportunity opening up for you where that person is, or them where you are, or genuinely this is like, oh, I did replenish my reserves. Because Nine of Pentacles is very much in the worldly material realm. You're doing very well for yourself. So you're well rested, you're well revitalized, you know, those kinds of things, as well as the money. And the High Priestess, I just see you kind of standing there like, oh, this was that benchmark. Like, oh, I can actually bring this back to my big picture. You know how I set it aside over here, whatever your thing was. Let's see a little bit more. Oh my God, there we go. Knight of Cups. It almost feels as if this breakthrough challenges you all to like pick up your heart space again and gallop forward and be a little bit triumphant. Let's see a little bit more. We have the Ace of Swords, as well as the Three of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Swords. There's something vibrating in your energetic field. The Ace of Swords for me is very much so the card, which does symbolize the energy of a breakthrough. It is mental, usually, but just for some reason I generalize it as in this is the breakthrough card. So, okay, your breakthrough is something is bound to occur where in the material world you are ready. And then it's going to kind of hit you with this resounding factor of like, no, you're ready. And you're going to feel this kind of like, wow, I changed. You like the two animals on this card, you've been behaving as whatever this bird is, but you're actually the hamster. That's where your heart is. And the Knight of Cups is forward momentum of the heart, doing something about it. It's gonna kind of transform your flow, transform your communication. I feel like this Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Queen of Swords is you're gonna need to deliver the news in some kinds of ways and also cooperatively reorganize your world and your life because all of a sudden you can move forward. And that's a factor to consider now. You can move forward with that relationship. And this is like, okay, functionally, conversations. Functionally, how do we want to deal with this truth? How do we want to co-create about this and collaborate? Because now I actually am going to be the hamster that I am. I am a hamster. My heart is a hamster. Oh my God, now I'm Ratatouille. I'm thinking of like when Ratatouille goes running away. He's like, I have to help him. And then he's like, why? And then he's like, because I'm a cook. You're a hamster. You know? That's so much this Queen of Swords energy. Like, this is who I am. This is where my heart is. I'm going to need to do this. Basically, I feel like these 3 cards are talking about kicking off a whole lot of logistical planning and making that very well known and very well resourced for you about moving forward on this. We have mystery, and then we have disruption. So, I've been with this deck for such a long time that I'm so familiar with it that I'm like, deck, these are the perfect cards for their message. This mystery card, it always strikes me as like, you know, this block isn't seeing where this block is because this block isn't looking at this block, you know? So then it's confusion, it's a mystery. Things literally in your world were not aligned. And so then for some reason, because of all of the reasons that you know of more than I do in this short reading, I could extend the reading and I could find out, but I'm not going to. You guys already know. You are behaving as this type of bird, you know, and that's not who you were. So like life for you was disaligned. And now we have this breakthrough, which genuinely, as for, I feel like with the High Priestess, I feel like internally inside of you, it's going to feel like quite a disruption at first because you've set it so far aside or so far down. Like genuinely, I just heard the words lending a hand. And I also heard the word research. I feel awkward just leaving those there. But your guides are just telling me to leave those there. There you go. Those are for a few of you. But regardless, this disruption card, I feel like inside of you, this is the energy, genuinely, your breakthrough of somebody reaching out with love after a while, and you just wouldn't have expected it, or you had already moved on or something like that. So it's going to be internally disruptive. And then you're going to turn into, very quickly, very short order, a force to be reckoned with because of this realization of like, oh shit, the thing that I was working for, literally my right to be who I am and to do what I love and go for who and where I want to be, you know? Hamster vibes, hamster energy. That's why we have these very prominently positive kinds of vibe energies of the Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Like, I'm going to need to disrupt the world around me so that I can actually take this on because, you know, Nine of Pentacles, all of a sudden there's the correct, you know, amount in my bank account. Like there's the alignment of that perfect job. Like, you know, I feel healthy and strong, so I'm ready to take this on. Or there's like, you know, an opening up in your schedule, like literally your kid graduates and they're off on their own. So then you like, well, what do I do with my time? I'm a person, I'm a parent with no child. What was that thing that I forgot about myself ever so long ago kind of thing? I do think it's interesting that it's Mars in Capricorn, and that's very much like a willpower for achievement driving this whole thing forward. So you're going to disrupt some stuff in a very positive kind of way. I do love that this disruption card is colored like this, because it's such a nice color. Okay, your next 2 cards, we have Zebra. Let go of fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. That's the whole breakthrough. The whole breakthrough is the reality, literal, unassailable reality that you will be in the 9 of Pentacles mode, which is Venus in Virgo, which to me is very interesting. It's like, let's let our hearts and our collaborations and, you know, our connections, our relationships guide us forward to discern, you know, who and what and where is, you know, inside of our zone and what we want to, you know, say no to. Is that making, I don't think I said that very well. Not as fluidly as the Mars and Capricorn energy. Like Virgo is very much like separate what you do want from what you don't. There's something about how you were having to do what you don't want for such a long period of time that to be in a loving energy in a territory to where you can say like, I do want this. Oh shit, I can let go of fear now. I don't have to behave in any other way besides I'm safe and protected. I'm going for what I love. Knight of Cups. Okay, and then we have Camel. Trust that you have the resources. Sorry. To get you through the challenges, to get through the challenges before you. That's the whole thing. You genuinely, that is literally, the Camel card is the breakthrough. Both of these, Zebra and Camel, put them together. That's your breakthrough. You can let go of the fear that had you behaving like that. It's probably a dove or a pigeon, something like that. And then it's literally because you will have the resources, which for me as a tarot reader, I include that it's more than money. It's in alignment with, opportunities. It's in alignment with stable relationships. It's in alignment with extra time, like I've been describing, or your health, so that you have vitality and energy. So that you can do more physical things. Like I just had the visual of somebody with an axe outside chopping wood, and before you couldn't do a physical action like that, I don't know, for a million reasons, because it would have hurt your joints too much or something. But okay, your next two cards, we have the Snake with transformation, and I feel like this might be the hardest part of your breakthrough for you. For some reason, I'm also drawn to the fact that like half of her hair is very straightened and then the other half is very curly. I think this transition, this disruption, this where both sides of your misalignment are now aligned, I think that that's going to be the biggest challenge for you. Because again, you're so used to like straightening your naturally curly hair or curling your naturally straightened hair, or your hair is not okay for, the vibe of where you work. I'm thinking of someone that I used to date who literally said that. He said that like his boss told him that his hair was getting too long and he needed to cut it. And that was like high level corporate. I was like, that's a bit fucked up. But okay, and then we also have the Whale with wisdom. I don't know, I kind of want to say at this point, just because this card is sitting right above the Queen of Swords and we have the High Priestess that's coming out, I mean, we're talking about very third dimensional things that are likely to occur for your breakthrough. I also feel as if there's something to be gained in terms of like kind of learning about this whole thing. Like, why was it misaligned before? What did I need to learn or go through as a person or as a soul or something like that? I think that there might be those kinds of challenges for you ahead to kind of take part in being a little bit more aware, conscious, interpretive, introspective about like what was keeping me and this truth about me, my authenticity, what was keeping us apart. Maybe in the future, if it was something of your own behavior, then I feel like very easily this breakthrough is allowing you to step into a mode of living to where you can change your patterns. You can, the snake, you can heal, you can transform, and you can never be in situations again, for the most part, where you're going to have to behave as a pigeon when you are a hamster. If these are things that are outside of you that have prevented you from being the truth of who you are and all that heart space and stuff like that, this Whale card is making me feel like in time, like be aware, interpret this whole thing to see like, okay, it was outside of me. I need to, make sure that Nine of Pentacles, hold my boundaries and be protected and be a bit more like safe and conscious before making these kinds of decisions to, go there, do that, or be with them or something. Okay. Wow. Look at your next two cards. It's Faith and Love. Very appropriate. Even without reading the extra words, this is something that you've been holding on to very faithfully. Little hamster, do you see little hamster paws are like together, like I'm gonna hold my heart because I believe in it. You held onto this whether you wanted to or not, because it's a very true part of you. I don't know, for a while there, I kept telling myself, because I thought it was quite true, that our dreams and our goals and our hopes and our ideas and who we love, there's something about how that's our soul's design and imprint. Of course, we're meant to go for them. of course, we're meant to go for our desires, you know? Faith, may trust steady your fears. You have two complements to this space of fearing maybe this breakthrough or fearing the path ahead. And I also want to say that because the snake comes out, and I associate that a lot with healing, you guys will have this kind of golden opportunity in time, again with the whale card, to be able to sort of allow yourselves to, I almost want to say, like, pat yourselves on the back, compliment your steadfastness, and, you know, yes, setting something aside because circumstances led to that, but holding it still, you know, in your heart space, because it would be a hard thing to let go of, because it's obviously such a true thing for you. And then we have love. May you dive deep into your passions. There, everything I just said about our dreams and our goals and your breakthrough is truly, especially with the Three of Pentacles and this Queen of Swords, you accepting that now is the time to dive deep into your passions. Now's the time to book that trip, take that flight, go on that journey, pick up that activity or that pursuit or that action. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. We're not delaying any further, because love is in your air, genuinely, literally. I'm getting your last card, and I already saw it when it flipped over. It's the watermelon dragon with success. Okay, to summarize, you've got, oh, and now I notice it's the number 5, the card that you were drawn to, which for me, 5 tends to symbolize change. It tends to symbolize an order that embraces change also. And that's literally your whole breakthrough. I think you've had some kind of order. It is shifting and changing. Something is happening with 9 of Pentacles that is genuinely a watermelon dragon success for you all. That's your breakthrough. The money, the time, whatever, we've detailed it enough. The person reaching out, the commitment that you needed, it's going to be there. And then comes all of the rest of this because of that success. We need an order change, and we might need an order for change while we're changing the order. I can get very meta or micro with this. But yeah, that's it. That's what we have for you, group number 2. How do you feel? How do you feel with all of this? It's genuinely something that you set down for a while. So I don't know, take a pause, take a breath, take a moment and realize, wow, okay, I'm gonna be picking this up. This is pretty cool. Very, very cool. Okay. If you like this reading, of course, do all the YouTube things of like and share and subscribe and comment and all that kind of stuff. Also, I just finished a book. It's a little book of tarot spreads. If you guys are into tarot, you're tarot readers, and you want to check that out, it's an ebook right now. I'm still working on the print version, but I have over 100 tarot spreads, most of them that I channeled or created myself. It's a work of love, honestly, so check it out if you want to. I think it's wonderful. I was very happy when I created it, so hopefully it's a very happy product. Okay, and also if you guys are into sharing intuition or doing divination or anything like that, and you want to hang out with other readers and we read for each other, I host a group on the last Saturday of every month. It's group tarot. You don't have to be a tarot reader. You can do oracle. You can just literally show up with your intuition and your psychic nudges. Lots of people have done that, and it's fucking amazing. One person showed up and did bibliomancy. One person showed up and did astrology. Okay, so regardless, if you want to hang out with us, head to that link and you can see when it is, find out more, sign up. Otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Beautiful humans in group 3, you all were drawn to this card. These are your messages about your breakthrough that is occurring with this upcoming full moon. I like to allow that that's the time period that we're talking about. These are my full moon readings, so on near around that time. With your card, I'm getting a very interesting message that this breakthrough is in relation to being able to help someone. Maybe a group of people, or maybe just being able to move into a function where your primary service is to be of help or to be of service to other people. I know I just like broadened that, but your guides were telling me to, just in case like we're literally talking about this job opportunity that you guys have been looking for to step into. or literally, sorry, your guides just keep giving so many examples that I meant to include, but hold on. One at a time. Yes, there's another thing about how it's opening up to where you can be the stay-at-home parent and be of service or help in that kind of a way. But also to have a fulfilling career or a job fulfillment to where you are of service to others feels like it tracks, but also this feels deeply intentionally personal. It literally feels as if there is a person who you all want to help. And I say you all, not just because I know I'm talking to more than one person right now on the internet, group 3. Because, okay, I'm giving you guys too much information, but I just ate while I was sitting here. And I was eating really quickly because it's a busy day. You guys don't need to know all the details, but regardless, I was just staring at your card and all these hits of stuff were coming to me. Like the 3 moon symbol, there are 3 bracelets on this person's arm. There's the number 33, your group 3, and this is very Aquarian kind of a thing. What I feel like your breakthrough is going to be about, in part, is you just needed other people involved, or you needed another person in your situation or in your territory. It's kind of like, I don't know, you have I'm hearing the words, you have a fresh start with your kids at home or something like that. This is the energy of like, that means that your mother and or father or mother-in-law or father-in-law have agreed to move in to help support your efforts at being the stay-at-home parent. Something like that. Let's see a bit more, because already I feel like I've said like so much about the card and I could probably say more. Your guys just keep coming through with a lot, but let's get to your tarot. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. This feels like you have in the past taken some kind of forceful or assertive action toward whatever it is that we're talking about. You want to be of service. You want to help. You want to literally, did I say that this card even says nourish the shadow? You want to help somebody. I feel like it's very significant. You want to be of service to somebody. You want to be, maybe for quite a few of you, a stay-at-home caregiver, or just a caregiver in general, or just literally be of service to humanity in some kind of civil servant kind of a way. But let's get to your cards. I swear they won't stop. We have the Page of Swords, and then we also have the 7 of Swords. I'm hearing the words wrangling with commitments and seeing our way through what is and isn't, vibing with the truth of the matter. Let's see a bit more. We also have the Lovers. What I feel like this breakthrough is there's something about cutting through the illusions. There's something about being gentle about that process. And then being able to make a decision about moving forward. I don't know. Honestly, it's strange. I'm literally keep telling your guides to pause because they keep feeding me so many things. Am I talking to like 2 million people right now? Because they keep giving me a million examples. But for some of you, this territory is a breakthrough in terms of setting up some kind of a private practice. If you guys are therapists or you're working in a therapy practice with other people, there's something about how the 7 of Swords, and it is Aquarian energy. It's Moon in Aquarius. The 7 of Swords is like, maybe there's a person being like hassling the picture with like, be realistic. That's not how money works. How are we going to be able to afford it? You know, you can't just heal the world and help everybody. You can't take on every wounded animal kind of voice that I'm hearing. But the Page of Swords is reflecting on that and working well with it. And the Lover's card is drawing that kind of talk to a close and a conclusion, and having our hearts be aligned with free will choices to be able to act on and move forward with some kind of option that makes it crystal clear we're moving forward in order to be of service, in order to help other people. Again, the 3 and the 3 and the 3. I feel like it's you, group 3, your objective of who and where and what you want to help. So, you know, that's another person. I kind of want to put my finger right in the middle. You want to help. And then you need this other energy, this other person on board. Okay, that they're representing the 7 of Swords of like, that's just not realistic. That's just not possible or something like that. We also have Justice. That is nice. That is really nice. I feel quite a lot, even though the Lovers isn't necessarily a card of balance. I feel like balance is being restored in your life a whole lot. Almost like we can be so coldly logical sometimes. And yes, very, very shrill and real about the reality of how economy or money works, or, that's just being idealistic. Wow, I'm hearing such like biting words about like you can't just, love everything. You're like, bet I do. Let's get your last two cards and then we'll see. We have Knight of Cups and then we have Nine of Wands. Okay, the breakthrough is that person being on board, probably because you guys reach some kind of an alignment with an agreement of communication of, look, this is how we're going to be able to make it work. And there's something about how you need that energy. I'm calling it an energy, whether or not it's a person or the review board or blah, blah, blah. Or your parents as one entity or energy. There's something about how with I really feel like group 3, you guys are either or. You guys are represented by that voice of rational logic, of cold, hard truth of that's just not how the world is working these days. The economy is crazy, or you guys are in that Page of Swords of like, I'm ready to see what's possible. I'm going to innovate. I'm going to search for a solution. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to be open. I'm going to be curious, and responsive in that kind of a way. I am going to do a plug in this moment in your reading. I'm so sorry for this. I'm going to do a pick a card reading about this in the future, but I just made a book. It's called Little Book of Tarot Spreads, and it's a book full of tarot spreads. So if you are a reader and if you want to, it's an ebook at this point if you want to buy it, there's a spread that's called What's Possible. And that's what I feel like this energy is representing. You got, like, the spread points to, okay, what's the energy of your issue? Where are you in this? And here are 3 options, I'm going to do a pick a card reading on that in the future. So, I just wanted to mention that. Oh, God, I hate selling things. But regardless, that's where you're at. And there's something about the Lovers card that's hit me very recently. That's this idea of like, love is best served for all of us if we can choose with our free will straight into it, rather than being obligated, rather than being manipulated, rather than being held down and not free feeling. When we are feeling and knowing and sensing that we are completely free, we tend to choose connection and things like that. What I feel like this breakthrough is about is that there's just kind of like a crystal clear decision and a sign that's like, okay, we are moving forward. And then with that balance being right there, Justice card, and our hearts being very light. Do you see the heart and the feather? Our hearts being very light about this choice. Because it's hard to say no to helping people, but it's also real. Like if we don't have enough money, it's very real. Yeah, the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Wands is like, all right, we're doing this. We're carrying this forward. Again, the Knight of Cups, we're carrying a pitcher of water. It's very Aquarian. Is the Knight? No, Aquarius is an air sign. Knight of Cups, I think, is Pisces, I don't know, but we're moving into the Nine of Wands, and it will be a vigorous road ahead. Let's say tough road ahead for you all, but the Nine of Wands is like literally this dude. I'm ready for it. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going because it feels so good. Okay, let's see 2 more cards. Abundance and frustration. Okay, the abundance of the heart doesn't always match the frustrations of the wallet, does it? Damn, that was poetic. You guys, somebody write that down. Somebody quote your guides on that one. That one's really good. That's why I swear I'm built. I was born on this earth for a different economy than the one we have, because it just doesn't align with the heart, does it? All the time. Yeah. These 2 cards are very well clearly illustrating the frustration of the situation, because the heart space is so wanting to help, is so wanting to provide that nourishment, is so wanting to cooperate, collaborate, join together, assist. Unicorn card is coming out and it says, indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic artistic expression. Again, I mean, like the book, buy it or not, I don't care. I do care, but I like, I hate selling things. Okay, no, that I needed to bring up that spread. Because unicorn energy, God, I love it. It's so pretty. Unicorn energy is this page of swords, like all the way. Like, what's possible? Like, I'm curious, I'm innovative, I will try to create a solution. Let's look at what we can do. How can we balance this? Who can we allow to come into our picture to help and assist and broaden our horizons? I feel like you have the skeptic, or the crucially logical and you know, very real line item kind of energy. And you also have the unicorn. What's this second card? Seagull. There we go. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. There's something very sensitive about this topic in your world or in your life. And there's something very much in your heart space that is very truly aligned with it. And I have to say, for whoever or whatever you need on board with this, I have to allow that it is very true for their heart space as well. With this moon in Aquarius, they're trying to kind of sift through what is real in their territory of their heart so that they can tell, they won't be manipulated into some kind of kind-hearted decision, you know, so that they or you can tell, like, this is real, this is where my heart is. So basically, I feel like the breakthrough that's going to occur is they or you are going to realize that, again, the lovers, there's some kind of a free will choice leaning into whatever it is that is this possible, that is one of your possibles. Like, yes, let's try that out. Let's do this together. We want to support, we want to heal, we want to grow, we want to do something about this. And our hearts would feel really great about this. I feel like it's a connected heart space that wants to feel light. And that's your breakthrough, is through that kind of a vibe, through that kind of an energy where you're not forcing it, they're not forcing you, we're understanding each other, we're striving towards something that makes realistic line item sense, and we're choosing the heart. God, this feels like adoption, this feels like fostering energy, like we're gonna foster a child or a houseplant or an animal or something like that. This feels really, really nice. We're going to take care of grandma. Oh, your next two cards, we have the elk with strength. And I so want to put that right by the 9 of Wands. Wow, it just got very dark. Hopefully not too dark because it's raining. It's such a nice rainy day. I love it. The light in your video. Yeah, the elk with strength. That is genuinely what we're talking about here. Cooperating and collaborating on a way that is forward into the future, that vibrates with some kind of a truth of a resonance of strength. Kind of like how the Justice card, and is this Ma or is this Hathor, or I don't know what, I can never commit to memory what Egyptian god or goddess that this is on this Justice card, but it is representing that at the end of your life, when they rip your heart out, and they weigh it with a feather, is your heart gonna feel light? And isn't that always the strength to lean on? I hope so much that the video picked that up. Oh my God. Okay, so you guys might want to quote your guides on that one as well. Did you guys hear the thunder right as we said that? Okay. Wow. Okay. Yo, there's some power in this. This is the age of Aquarius and the gods are speaking. Okay, we have the guinea pig and innocence. Again, will your heart be light? And also, if this is choosing to take care of or be there for those who cannot take care of or be there for themselves or each other, this is working toward that. This is getting everybody on board so that we can touch into, this feels so pure to do. My heart feels light. When I lay my head on the pillow at night, I know I am clear of all sins and I am full of gratitude for being able to choose into such a heart fulfilling and heart lightening kind of an objective here. I don't know. It feels like, again, there might be that, you know, strength, that 9 of Wands, that struggle of, you know, we're going to have to run lean for a period of time, but like, come on, the satisfaction and the wholeness of this. Let's see, we have depth. May you immerse and go deeper. You know, with seagull and depth, I want to say that this breakthrough might, so far I haven't said like much specifically about, you know, what this exactly is going to look like. It feels like a decision or a choice and a conversation maybe, but moving forward, you know. the frustration clearing, because the truth of what abundance, like, sorry, I'm going in a million directions again. Your guides, they're doing so much that's taking me in a million directions. There's going to be more thunder. Hold on. Yeah, there's something about abundance and being able to define what we want to be abundant in. Yeah, money, sure. Why? What's it for? Like, what do we want to be abundant in? I want to be abundant in fulfillment at the end of every day. Like, when I lay my head on the pillow, just feel like, fuck yeah, that was a good day. I did great things and I feel good about it. You know, I want to be abundant in that shit. Okay, so this depth card paired with the seagull card, I feel as if there's something that will be in the order of a collaborative kind of a conversation where emotions are expressed and are included and are very much so like held as some kind of like a thing that like... Oh, I'm hearing a confusing thing. Again, your guides are like literally too much for me right now. Your emotions are included, let's just say. They are held as an ideal, as in like that's the direction we want to go in, is like, you know, this good feeling kind of a thing, but also they're included as like a line item, as like a logistic that needs to be included. Think of how many times we don't include how something feels when we're making decisions. It's not really the thing that we're all like taught to do. In fact, we're all trained out of doing that. Powerful. Whoa! May you be as potent as the ocean. For you all, this deck is quite perfect for your breakthrough reading because it is, what is it? It's called Sea. See, sorry, with the light getting so dim, all I saw was the word see. Like it's only called see. See, Soul Journeys Oracle cards. It's all about water, but we very much so talking about the energy of water, the energy of that pull and that power of how we feel and you know, our bodies and our heart space. But yeah, again, we have strength, we have 9 of Wands, we have powerful. I feel as if your breakthrough will be the sensations of the feelings of the matter will just be too powerful for you or the other to be ignoring when we've got this kind of, I'm hearing crisis and calamity on our hands, but when we've got this kind of a situation where you want to help, you want to be of service. Okay, your very last card, which right now I'm feeling like so big in my heart, it's unreal. Your very last card, whether you're identifying as the 7 of Swords or the Page of Swords, it literally doesn't matter. Both are reputable, both are valuable energies. Your last card to tell to the 7 of Swords energy, as annoying as it is, where we're leaning into this kind of vibe, we're leaning into magic, or we're leaning into Lucky Clover Dragon, luck. I feel as if there's that kind of energy that a good deed does not go unnoticed by the gods. I mean, I feel as if more will happen, more can grow. We're just so taught to not necessarily lean into these places or spaces for all of the reasons. They're very real and valid reasons. I just really feel like you guys are going to be leaning into this vibe of luck will come to us, because if we choose to do this, if we will ourselves to follow through on it and to invest in this and to make it our order, to make it our lives, luck will come through. Something will have to occur that will just make this feel really, really great and therefore be very, very grand. Very transformational, I feel like, as a process in the future. Maybe the money that you might be lacking, you know, by being of service and helping and investing and, you know, starting a nonprofit, it will come. This is your sign. Maybe it'll rain down from the heavens in time. You just have to commit, you know? Okay, Hopefully that all made sense. It felt a little bit spastic with all the voices that wanted to come through. Honestly, at this point in your reading group 3, I do have to say that I might have been channeling some of the voices of the guides or the people on the other side or the helpers or something like that, of the people who you truly are going to be helping and who you truly want to help. I feel that inside of my whole entire heart cavity. My whole body is resonating with that kind of vibe of what we just channeled for you. That last sentence was true. And that's why there are so many voices. Voices of gratitude. Jesus Christ, this is such a big reading for just a little full moon breakthrough pick a card on YouTube. But okay, I'm done. We're finished. That's it. Do all the YouTube things if this reading truly has helped you all. You know, like, subscribe, comment below. I already mentioned my book if you want to get that and you want to do that. Also, if you're a tarot reader or into sharing your intuition and reading for other people, anything like that, divination tools of choice, you can head to the link for the next group tarot reading. We get together over Zoom, very safe space, very cool, and we read together for each other. That's it. It's very simple. It's on the last Saturday of any given month. Head to the link to sign up if that sounds like your jam. I'm sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I and the gods love you. Hi, cute ones. These are the decks that I use in this reading. In case you guys are curious, I'm showing them to you in the order that I laid them out on the table on. This is the tarot deck, but yeah. And then there are 2 more. There you go. And there you go. Okay, I love you guys very much.